Whether you've just discovered the Glass Cannon Network at Gen Con or have been hearing about us for years, there's never been a better time to jump in. For a limited time, we're giving everyone a 7-day free trial of our Naish Premium membership, unlocking our full $12 premium tier completely free. During your trial, you'll get 2 exclusive weekly Pathfinder podcasts, ad-free access to every publicly available Glass Cannon show, early access to new series and shows in development like our new One Ring series, our entire 10-plus year back catalog featuring hundreds of adventures across more than 60 different RPG systems, all organized into individual podcast feeds, and access to our members-only Naish Discord, where thousands of fans gather to talk games, episodes, and everything in between. Whether you're here for Call of Cthulhu, Shadow Dark, Delta Green, Blades in the Dark, Alien, Pathfinder, or you're just looking for your next favorite actual play, you'll find plenty to explore. Start your free trial today by heading to patreon.com/glasscannon, click Become a Member, and then start your 7-day free trial. Binge to your heart's content and see why thousands of tabletop fans call the Naish home.
Hello and welcome everyone to a special Glass Cannon presentation of Justice League Unlimited. It's the new game from D20 Culture. It is a game set in the DC universe, my personal favorite superhero universe. We'll get into all that in a minute. First, let me introduce my incredible cast. I'm so lucky that I have these 3 people to play with tonight. You know, lots of people, they don't have great people to play games with. But me, I got all these great people. And here are 3 of them. Matthew, Capodicasa, Mary Lou, and Sydney Amanuel. What's up, guys?
What's up, Jared?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Jared, that was such a nice intro.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
Yeah, we love you.
It's heartfelt. I meant it. And you can tell because I'm pounding my chest as I say
Pound it.
It's very emotional for you. You must really love DC.
Hold on. I'm crying a little bit because I'm thinking about the time that Bane broke Batman's back.
Oh, yeah.
In the comic, in the Nightfall storyline, not in the movie, guys.
Okay, because he also does it in the movie.
He also does it in the movie.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really
he also
awesome.
does it a second time in the comics.
What?
Ooh.
How does Batman recover from that? That guy's crazy.
Batman's crazy? Yeah, he's pretty crazy.
He's a crazy guy.
Let me ask you. So you know, it's been hard. It's been hard being a DC guy for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
And I like the competitor superhero company. I like some of their stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to say their name.
Wow.
Okay.
Don't.
I'm just going to say they have a cinematic universe.
They sure
that
do.
has sort of dominated geek culture for the last 10, 15 years. And it's been tough for me.
Yeah.
Because I am a Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Justice League guy.
Yeah.
And we've gotten some great films from them as well. But, you know, right now the comics are really fantastic. Do you guys have any kind of connection to the DC characters at all? By the way, if you don't know, my wife has no idea. It's a game I play with her. I'll go like Hulk, and she'll be like, DC? And I'm like, you're wrong. Why did I marry you? You don't get me.
And
you
she
don't
likes
get
that?
what I'm about.
Well, I love DC as well. And we talked a little bit about this before we were on the air. Vertigo is, I feel like, my heart of hearts, my fave.
They just brought Vertigo back. There's a bunch of new Vertigo comics.
Yes, for a while it was DC Black Label, which felt interesting.
That sounds like a whiskey.
It does sound like a whiskey. Well, what is it, Jared? What is it for you about DC that makes it stand out? That made it part of your soul in the way you're describing?
Yeah.
I mean, with a lot of these nerd things, it's like when you're really little, something kind of gets in your brain, and so I think I mean, this is so how silly these kind of things are. But I had a little Flash, little action figure when I was very little. I think it was one of those Superpowers. Was the name of the brand of action figure, but it had a DC Flash. And then from there, I just kind of got into that. And then, Batman, the animated series. I mean, sure. Batman alone is a huge, I think a lot of people are just Batman fans, not maybe entire DC fans. But yeah, for me, it was like I had this little Flash figure, and when you pushed his arms together, his legs went.
And he ran so fast.
And that just got deep in there. And so Flash has always been one of my favorite characters. And I also like how old it is. It's a little older than Marvel, It's dating back to the 30s. And so for that reason, some of the characters I think are a little funkier and a little weirder.
Yeah.
I read Watchmen late. I read it like literally, I think within the past 5 years. And I liked comics growing up, but I never really, nothing hooked me like that, like you're saying with the Flash and everything. I never had that character I lashed onto. I watched the Batman movies, of course. I enjoyed the Batman movies, Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker, all the things, yada, yada. But it wasn't until I read Watchmen that I was like, oh, this is really important. This is like really strong commentary about the world in a way that I hadn't experienced with comics. Like certainly, yes, the good guys versus the bad guys. But it was so layered and deep, and the characters were so deep, and the problems were so big, but also small at times. And then the Sandman was also like
Vertigo, like Matt was saying.
Incredible. But yeah, so I think I like reversed into DC later in life through those.
That's right. DC, it's for more mature tastes,
Is that true?
Us elder statesmen of the geek world. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to let Mary Lou share, but I want to just, before we go too far, I want to say this game, Mary Lou, I'm so sorry for silencing you. This game is going to be launching on GameFound on July 21st. All right. And we want to thank the writers.
So
Lucas Conti is a writer, Peterson Rodriguez, and Mark Waid, the famous comic book author who has written some of the greatest comics in the DC universe and in some other universes. He also had a hand in writing this. It's published by D20 Culture. Go to GameFound. If you don't know what that is, GameFound is it's like a Kickstarter, but just for games. So go to GameFound on July 21st and fund this, and I'm going to do it, and then we can play more DC Universe.
Heck yeah.
Okay, go ahead and tell me, Mary Lou, what is your deep and abiding connection to the DC Universe? And you better get this right, because I am gatekeeping this.
I never read any comics, but I watched so many hours of Cartoon Network and Justice League and Batman.
And did you watch Teen Titans?
And Teen Titans,
yes. And my kids now love Teen Titans Go.
Love Teen Titans.
I was before Go. It was just the classic Teen Titans. So a lot of love there.
Yes.
Definitely very formative for moi.
Were you, now Mary Lou, a look into your psyche, were you a Raven or a Starfire?
So, Raven was my favorite.
Of course.
But I am a Starfire.
Okay.
Right,
Do you know what I mean? Which is just like K-pop Demon Hunters. The alto one is my favorite. The one with long pink hair is my favorite.
Mira.
But Mira's my favorite. But I am.
But let's be honest. You're a Zoe.
I'm a Zoe.
You're a Zoe.
You're a Zoe.
Yes. So my favorite was always the like cool and dark, mysterious, like power and like angst. But like
the big sister who's into the Cure.
Right? Yeah, I wanted to be cool so bad, but I was Starfire. I'm Zoe. I'm like fun and bubbly. But Raven was my favorite.
Starfire, so fun and bubbly in the shows, and a perfect characterization, for those shows. I'm reading the original New Teen Titans run, and she's like, she's the one you got to watch out for. Everybody keeps going, use less of your powers. You're gonna kill someone. But then later she chills out a little bit, and she experiences some death. She fights her sister for the throne of Tamaran.
Blackfire. Oh,
Blackfire.
God, so sexy. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Natural fucking 20.
Skid said he was playing Babe Ruth, I knew it was going to be a good night.
Let's get into the Justice League Unlimited game. Okay, so here's what I'll tell you about this game. This game, it's going to allow players to play as characters that they create, or they can play as famous characters from the DC universe. And it works on a D20 core mechanic. All right. So I'm going to do a little rules rundown for you guys, and then we'll get right in. All right. The core mechanic is you just roll a D20 plus your attribute, your relevant attribute. Attributes are potency, accuracy, agility, resistance, mind, and spirit. Right. And a character might have 0 potency, which means they're not particularly good at feats of strength, destruction, or physical intimidation, but they might have like a +6 agility, meaning that they're very, quite good at dodging, acrobatics, stealth, and agility also governs initiative. You can think of the type of things that resistance and mind cover. Spirit covers your willpower, your social presence, and it kind of affects your resolve points. Resolve points, that's going to be very important. Remember resolve points. We'll get back to that in a second. So anytime you're rolling anything, you roll a D20, you add the relevant attribute. If you're doing something with your mind, you'd add whatever your mind bonus is. And then you might have another bonus. For example, you guys are going to be grade 1 heroes. I'm sorry, tier 1 heroes. Tier A heroes. Forgive me, I want to get this exactly right. Which means that's called a year 1 hero. That means a newly minted hero. And those heroes always get +1 to their attacks. And then as you upgrade your hero, it's kind of like a proficiency bonus in Pathfinder or D&D. You always have +1 to your attacks. So you roll a D20, you add all those bonuses, and then you have to beat the tension. What is the tension? It's just the difficulty number that I've come up with over here. So you need to roll like higher than a 15 or more, maybe, to do something that's challenging, right? If you ever succeed by 15 or more or roll a natural 20, you get a critical success. But in the DC universe, a Justice League Unlimited RPG, that's called a splash page. So when you get your critical success, I want you to describe the full double-page spread of what you just did as like a visual, if you would.
Cool.
If you fail by 15 or more, roll a 1, you get a critical failure, something terrible happens. I'll describe that splash page. You have resolve points. These are very important. Your resolve points double as both your like hit points, like in other RPGs, but also kind of as your mana, to use a Magic the Gathering term, meaning you not only spend resolve points to activate your powers and do the miraculous things that super characters can do, but also when you get hit, you lose resolve points.
Oh,
that's fun.
Oh, okay,
Right.
yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
When you get down to 0 resolve points and you keep getting hit, you start taking conditions. Sometimes you'll take conditions before you're even out of resolve based on powers that hit you and various things that can happen to you. But usually once your resolve is down to 0, you start taking conditions, all right? And conditions affect your hero. So the first time you take a condition, you're at tired. It means your character's tired, but there's really no mechanical change. The second time you take a condition, like if you take 10 more points of damage and you're down to 0 resolve, you have no more, HP to use up, you go to scratched, which is -2 to your D20 rolls. Then the next condition is injured, -4 to your D20 rolls. Then wounded, disadvantage to your D20 rolls. And finally defeated, you're out of the action. Okay? So we're going to keep close watch on that. I'll let you know when you're taking a condition and you need to write it down and remember how it's affecting your rolls, okay?
And then, Jared, do we also get defeated if we run out of resolve?
No. If you run out of resolve, that's when you start taking conditions.
Oh, I see. I'm confused. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. So people hit you, you lose resolve. You use a power, you might spend some resolve, right? But when you get down to 0 and you keep taking damage, then you start taking conditions, right?
I see.
If you're down to 0 resolve and you take just 1 point of damage, you take a condition. But if you take 20, you might take 2 conditions, right? But very few villains at this level are going to be blasting you for 20 damage. All right, because you're just year 1 heroes, new heroes. Okay, so there's also a hero point kind of mechanic in this called plot points, okay?
These are cool.
These are cool. You start with 0. You get them by doing heroic things or adding roleplay to the game. I give you a plot point. A plot point can be spent to do a guaranteed success on something. You go, you know what? I just want to succeed at this. I spend my plot point. You could have plot armor, meaning no matter what just hit you, you go, I'm spending my plot point. It doesn't do anything to me. And then you come up with some kind of, elaborate comic book reason that attack didn't hurt you.
Nice.
Or you can even rewrite the script. I was preparing for this for weeks. That's why I brought this. Or actually, this building has a special exit. Whatever you want. Really, you can change the story with them. But there is a catch. Every time you spend a plot point, I get an editorial point. And I can do similar things with my editorial points. Like bringing my villains back to life after you just killed them. Or giving them a villainous monologue that recovers all of their resolve points. So be aware of that. There's another catch to the plot points. Every time you spend a plot point, you're going to roll a d6. And if you roll equal to or greater than the number of plot points that have been spent throughout the adventure, it activates the crisis die. And we roll a d20 and something crazy happens to the story, like time travel or clones.
Oh, cool.
Or, something like that happens, okay?
Crazy.
All right. We can get into combat and all that when we get there, but the only thing I want to mention before we start is it's a 3-action economy. So those of you who've played some Pathfinder will feel very comfortable here.
Cool.
Every time your turn comes around, you're going to roll initiative. Your initiative is based on your agility. D20 plus agility will make an initiative order like a lot of other games. You're going to have 3 actions on your turn, okay? You can attack, you can move, obviously. If you want to be able to react when it's like the villain's turn, you need to save an action, okay? You need to hold an action in reserve because there are actions that help you actively defend, like dodging and blocking. Dodging allows you to add your agility to your defense. Blocking allows you to add your resistance to your defense. So there are things you can do on other people's turn, but you have to save one of your actions. So in this game, it's okay, even though you have 3 actions to go, you know what? I'm only going to use 2 right now, and I'm going to see what happens. Okay? And just another note, take a close look at your defense, because that's sort of important too. I see, anytime someone's attacking you and I make a roll, I'm going to ask you it looks like, we're very lucky. All of your defenses are 15 because that's where new heroes start. So I should be able to remember that, no problem. But anytime I'm trying to hit you, that's what I'm trying to hit. And anytime you're trying to hit my guys, I know what their defenses are. Rolling a d20 and we're adding potency if we're punching them, or something else if we're using laser blasts or something like that. Okay, how does everybody feel? Do we feel like we kind of get the gist, basically, kind of, sort of?
I feel like I kind of get it, yeah.
Well then. It's a sunny spring day in the city of tomorrow, Metropolis, home of Superman and the Daily Planet. And if you've seen Metropolis in the comics, you know that it is a city very, very unlike Gotham City. It's got beautiful, big, bright, clean, modern architecture. A lot of sweeping lines, arches, and curves in its skyscrapers, especially the Daily Planet, which has a whole planet hanging on to the top of it. And a lot of, green space in Metropolis. Metropolis, I don't know who the city planner was. It wasn't Robert Moses, you guys. The person that built Metropolis knew what they were doing. And so on this beautiful spring day, I believe it is let's say that it's a Saturday. People are moving around and, enjoying, coming out of their yoga classes or walking through the park to their softball game. What are each of your characters doing? Please give me a little insight into your character. Let's start with Matthew. What is your character doing on this fine Metropolis Saturday?
My character, who is a very strong but rather short in stature, kind of built like a very sturdy barrel man. It appears to be in his 20s. He is at the firehouse, the Metropolis Firehouse, ladder 14, and he's moving some equipment, the oxygen tanks and all the stuff. And he is struggling, or at least he's trying to make it look like he's struggling to carry those things back and forth.
Trying to make it look like he's struggling.
Yes.
Because there's other firefighters around him.
Exactly. And
maybe some of the other guys are like washing the engine while you're moving this equipment. Let's see how good your character is at pretending to struggle with heavy equipment. Can you give me, I think for that, we'd probably go with a spirit roll.
Okay. I'll give you a spirit roll. That is a 15 spirit.
A 15. Was that with your added bonus of +3 for your character?
Yes, I rolled natural 12 +3 for my character.
That's a success. You are good at keeping your secret identity. You really look like you can't carry these things. And one of the other firefighters. What do you go by? What is your alias or your secret identity?
So my but the name that the other firefighters know him as, first name Bray.
Bray.
Last name Quatter.
Bray Quatter?
Yes.
Okay.
What a normal
name.
Is that like an anagram or something?
Nope.
Okay.
The other firefighters are like, look at this guy. You need some help there?
He's like, no! These oxygen tanks must be handled with care or they will explode upon us. And he goes, and then lifts them very easily to the side.
They continue to mock you, and maybe we'll find out more about Bray Quatter in a minute. Let us turn now to Mary Lou's character. Where do we find you on this fine, fragrant, sunny Metropolis Saturday?
You see a woman sitting on a bench in a park, like a Central Park situation. There's a fountain, there's grass, and she's sitting cross-legged on a bench, and she's got a big journal in front of her, a sketchbook, and she's drawing these diagrams, and she's got big black curly hair, and she's in like flowing linens, and she's drawing these like diagrams, and then she'll be like, ha! Oh, and like rip that page off and then start a new one. And if you looked over her shoulder, it's like a man,
The Vitruvian Man.
Vitruvian Man. It's like the Vitruvian Man, except like one of his arms is like a robot arm, and then another one is like a tentacle, and the other one is like a giant spring. And this is Leia da Vinci, and she's a genius.
She is a genius. Her character sheet actually has that she has taken, the genius.
Her archetype.
Yeah, that's her
so
archetype.
there is a relation.
There is a relation. So, and I just one note, anybody who's familiar with this quick start, you should know that, our characters, our players are putting their own spin on them a little bit, right? We're not following exactly the pre-generated characters as they were given, although they have the same powers. Some of the stories might be a little different. Okay, great. And I think right now something's going to happen. I think that as you're sketching here, my friend Leia, perhaps you're sketching the skyline, if that sounds okay to you. There'd be a lot to sketch there. As you're sketching the skyline, there is this horrific sound of tearing metal. And suddenly the sky goes dark except for one slash that kind of hangs sort of diagonal in the sky above the Daily Planet and the other buildings. And through that slash, a big, dark shape appears. An enormous, extended triangle, dark, starts to tear through that hole in the sky, and the entire city shakes, and the sound of tearing metal is incredible. And you watch as from that huge kind of pointed object, tons of tiny little humanoid figures suddenly spring from it and begin raining down on the city, flying down toward the city. And now we cut to our third player and our third player character. Tell me about your character. Where is she when she suddenly hears, if she is a she, forgive me, I don't know. Sydney, where is your character when you hear this tearing in the sky and perhaps see this thing appear over Metropolis's skyline?
Yeah, I think we see moments before that sound, we see a very olive golden skinned, tall, lanky, young adult woman. She's got reddish hair in these two big braids, and she's wearing a purple sports bra and purple short shorts, and she's playing volleyball in a park with another group of young adults, teens maybe, and she's so aggressive. She is so aggressive, and she shoves another girl out of the way to spike the ball over the net. Yeah. And then everyone's high-fiving at the end of the game. It's all good. They're friendly.
I think actually, Sid, if you don't mind, I think the second that you spike it and it hits the ground, that's when that sound springs out in the sky, and everybody's like, "Oh my God!" It's like. The second you spike the ball, and your fellow teens. Hey, fellow teens, go running.
Oh, she's calling, sorry. And then she looks up and realizes it was not, in fact, her who did that. And she sees this thing, and you see her eyebrows set and her eyes are kind of glowing green. And she just starts sprinting towards that where it's going, where that triangle thing in the sky.
And as you're sprinting toward it, you know what? In Metropolis, it is the city of tomorrow. So much like you might see in New York or parts of LA, there are certain subway entrances that have kind of video screens on them. And for a second, one of them is showing come to the ballet at the Metropolis, theater or whatever. And then all of a sudden, it glitches out, and suddenly a face comes on to the screen. And this face is a handsome, rugged, square-jawed face with a beautiful head of black hair and a perfect little spit curl. But one side of it is completely metallic. One side of it looks like a metal skeleton. A cyborg that looks a little bit like Superman. And the cyborg begins speaking. And it is clear that he is speaking to someone in particular. And he says, Kal-El, you and your collaborators have appointed yourselves the protectors of Earth, but I am its true protector. And today, I am taking back my planet. And as he continues to speak, you start to see, all three of you, start to see these figures that are coming down from this ship or this object in the sky. And these figures are caped. They are wearing kind of tight-fitting suits. and they have capes on their back, and they have these kind of glowing visors on their eyes. And he said, and the cyborg on the screen says, "My eradicators shall institute martial law until Kal-El and his collaborators surrender to me. If I am forced to, I will use my engine of destruction." And finally, that thing rips free of that sort of that wound in the sky, and you see that it is an enormous, powerful mothership of some sort that continues to spew these eradicators all over the city. At that very moment, your cell phones suddenly start buzzing like crazy, and you hear a voice come out of your cell phone so loud you didn't even know your cell phone could project that volume. And you hear a voice say, "This is Red Tornado, coordinating the JLU's containment response. You have been selected as new assets. We need you to stand by on high alert."
Ooh.
Do you agree?
Well, yes, of course.
You have an Italian accent?
Of course I do. I'm Lea da Vinci.
You know, there aren't enough Italian characters in the DCU. I like this.
I agree. That's right.
I'm sure
She's
this is
an
going to be
inventor and a
totally
genius.
in keeping with my entire concept of myself.
Okay, so, maybe even a little thing has come up on your screen that's like, agree, and then below that it says, "Ask app not to track." And you say, agree.
Click. Yes.
And then you hear a voice say, "You are a duly deputized member provisionary of the JLU. Stand by for further instructions. Please meet your fellow teammates at this rendezvous point." And it pings a map on your phone, and soon you are running to a location in Metropolis Park. I just looked up the park in Metropolis, and I think it's just Metropolis Park, where you kind of are about to run into each other. But before you do that, is there anything you do? Does your character wear street clothes? Do they have a super person suit? Do they wear a mask? Like, tell me how you arrive and what you look like when you get there.
I think Suranala, she was like playing volleyball in a sports bra. She agrees, and then she very quickly goes into her duffel bag and puts on over her clothes just another purple top and a purple skirt. So it doesn't really matter, but
Right.
she does not go in her volleyball clothes.
But perhaps she is wearing the proper regalia of a dignitary of the planet Tamaran, because you said that you are playing a Tamaranian, right?
Yes, she is a Tamaranian, and yes, I think she puts on something a little more formal. It's like still a crop top, but it has like a mock half turtleneck and like long purple gloves, and then she's like sliding on purple boots, and she's wearing a purple mini skirt.
You know,
And
it really
she's
helps
sprinting.
to have super speed if you've got to get like boots and gloves and stuff on.
She's wearing basically like a go-go outfit, like go-go boots, a mini skirt, and then she runs so fast. Yeah. while she's
Right. Well,
putting
she
it
can
on.
fly, but it costs resolve for her to do that. So,
You're trying to get me to use my stuff already. She's running, Jared.
yeah, very good. And I just want to mention, this quick start came with character origins. When you play the game, you can play as like a Kryptonian or a human, or there's probably going to be all kinds of origins. Some of the characters had metagenes, but we thought it'd be more fun if we got to play a Tamaranian. So
Yeah.
we're not using a Tamaranian rule set, but the character has laser blasts and can fly. Kind of sounds like a Tamaranian. So.
Yeah. There are slight differences, but it's a
And
reskin. I
It's a
reskinned it.
reskin, so that's a little true of all the characters. But enough said on that. All right, how about my friend Breakwater?
Breakwater, also known as the
Breakwater.
hero Breakwater.
Oh, okay.
His superhero name is Breakwater.
Breakwater.
And I think I said when you suggested that before we started playing that it sounds like someone peeing themselves.
And if you were to suggest that in character to Breakwater, he would say, "What? I would never hear of such a thing."
What is this guy's
Really?
deal?
So it's a make water?
No,
Your name is Breakwater?
Breakwater, like the structure you put in front of the beach to protect it, like I shall stand in front of
break it the water.
the
Okay.
innocent.
All right. I like it.
Does he have a superhero suit, or is he just wearing his fireman fatigues?
No, he casts off his fireman fatigues, and he makes it. I must use the restroom, and he tosses the last oxygen tank right into its place perfectly, and then sprints out of the firehouse. And he sheds clothes as he goes. He's wearing a skin-tight, you might call it spandex, yellow bodysuit with the kind of blue underpants.
Yes.
Nice.
Some bright red boots, calf boots.
Yes.
Wow, this guy is just all primary colors.
All primary colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you want to tell us, does the suit maybe have like big sort of stylized kind of circuitry on it?
It does a little bit, and he has a spot on his arm for where his mother box unit would go. Except he doesn't have one because he's new. He's a new hero.
He's new.
He
hasn't. He doesn't get a mother box yet. He's one of the new gods, obviously, probably from New Genesis, but he has not yet earned his mother box.
He hasn't earned his mother box. He's been sent here through the boom tube.
And you arrive here, and there's we have a character already here, Leia Da Vinci. You're already here. Have you made any change in kind of a superhero identity?
Yeah, so she was just sitting there in her like loose linens, long skirt, and like a long like button-down blouse, and she's got like some leather sandals and a big leather bag, and she goes, "Oh, I better change." And she clicks like a bangle, this like golden bangle on her wrist, and it like unfolds into armor that is like gold and tan and red and maroon, sort of the color palette of Da Vinci's drawings. That's sort of like sepia toned red and taupe, and her like black hair still flowing, but then it's like she's got like this metal headband, and then got the leather bustier, but then a little flowing linen skirt, like a little gauzy.
This sounds like the height of Italian fashion.
Yeah.
In addition to being a badass superhero outfit.
Yeah. And her these spheres start like orbiting her body and her head, kind of like the model of the universe.
Cool, or like an orrery almost, or yes. And we have discussed this is a genius character with a human origin who's using technological abilities and powers, right?
Yes.
I'll let you reveal more when you are ready. But right now, I want to mention that I am now activating the Doomsday Clock. In this game, the GM can use a Doomsday Clock. It works a little bit like in Blades in the Dark when you create a clock. Basically, every time you fail a task, I'm going to advance the Doomsday Clock. So failure on your superhero mission is going to have huge consequences.
Oh boy.
And you may find that the end game becomes much harder if that Doomsday Clock fills up. I'm only going to tell you right now that this Doomsday Clock has 6 segments. And you hear Red Tornado. I don't know if you're familiar with the character, but it sounds like a very automated voice over your cell phone saying, "Disperse and save lives. Try to contain damage and prevent loss of life." He's shouting out on all channels. And now I can tell you that to your left, you see the New Troy waterfront. And from the New Troy waterfront, there is black smoke rising up out of the water, and you hear metal just like tearing apart. It sounds like something's going on over there. To your right, there is the Metropolis Park subway entrance. It is spewing smoke, and you can hear the cries of people trapped below screaming. But ahead of you, right outside the park, in the street in an intersection, you see a school bus on its side. It's a Saturday. What the hell is that doing there? There's a school bus on its side, and
field trip.
Yes, cyborgs, the cyborg Superman's flying eradicators 3 of them are landing nearby and approaching the school bus. What do you do?
We gotta go to the school
We
bus.
gotta save the bambinos.
Yeah, I have a limitation. Code of conduct, protection. If people are in danger, you must save them before doing anything else. Now, I guess there are probably people in danger in any one of those scenarios, but the school bus seems the most pressing.
And my limitation is you hit first and ask questions later. You cannot help civilians until the threat has been neutralized. So while you go to the school bus, I think Siranala, who you can just call Lala, she tells you, all my friends call me Lala. And she says, I'll get those bots. And I want to make her fly, but I will not use her points yet. She's just
Use
going
her
to...
points. That they're there to be used. They're
And
there
they're flying,
to be used.
They're flying down, right?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Mary Lou earns a plot point for Leia da Vinci for that incredible outfit. Matthew Breakwater earned a plot point because he fooled the other firefighters into thinking he was weak, but then also he left in the middle of a crisis where they're definitely going to need firefighters, so that's going to get complicated. Take a plot point for that. And Siranala takes a plot point for putting on an outfit that is almost exactly the outfit she already had on.
Thank you.
Okay, so everybody has a plot point. Now, please roll initiative. Roll a d20 and add your agility bonus.
Well, my limitation is that I'm overthinking, and so I have disadvantage on initiative rolls.
There you go. Every hero takes 1 limitation, and you can add more limitations during character creation to give you more points.
I rolled a natural 17 or a 17.
Okay.
I rolled a measly 9.
I got a 10 on disadvantage.
So Siranala is at 9. Leia da Vinci is at 10. And our friend, Breakwater, is at 17. I have horrible news. The Eradicators rolled an 18. And they are about to arrive at this bus. And who knows what they're going to do when they get there. So do you want to let them act, or do you want to do something about this somehow? I think the only way I would allow you to, like, move in the initiative order around them is if someone spent a plot point, maybe.
Ooh.
I'll
Or
spend
you
a
can
plot
just see what
point.
they're going to do. Or you can just see what they're going to do. What do you want to do?
I'll spend a plot point and say that I've like analyzed with like what comes down from her head, her like headband is like a screen, and so she can analyze what she's seeing, and she has her spheres track the approaches, the trajectories of these eradicators, and I'll like direct Breakwater or Lala to like right there. That one is gonna get here first. Get him.
Okay, so having spent a plot point, I'm going to let you put Breakwater first in the initiative.
Nice.
We'll say you bumped him up by 1, and now he's first because of the plot point you spent. But now I need you to roll a d6, Mary Lou, to see if we activate the crisis die, because we have spent a plot point.
I rolled a 6.
You have to roll equal to or under the number of plot points that have been spent. So you had to roll a 1 for anything to happen.
Dang it.
Phew. Okay, good.
Okay.
Oh, wait, for anything bad to happen.
Well, the
Yeah.
crisis die doesn't necessarily make bad things happen. It just makes crazy things happen. Clones, time travel.
Okay.
People changing their personalities, things like that. Okay. So, Breakwater, you're gonna go first. These 3 eradicators are flying toward the bus. They have like kind of like S shields, but they don't have the Superman S on it. They I don't know what you know about them. They are caped, like the guy that you saw speaking over all of the screens. They seem to have something reminiscent of Superman about them, but their eyes shine with energy. They have these like weird visors that vibrate with light, and they look like they're aiming them at the bus. What do you do?
Thought bubble appears next to my face and says, "The Eradicator's lights seem like they're aiming them at the bus. I must intervene." And I'm going to Does it look? Is the bus full of children, or can I see them through the window?
What a great question. It being a Saturday, there are adults and children on the bus. Maybe it was being used for some kind of camp or church group, but there are all kinds of people on the bus.
Okay, what I would like to do is charge forward, and I'm trying to work within my limitation here. I'm going to charge forward and open the back door of the bus and say, "This way, common Earthlings. I must lead you to escape now." Okay.
So as soon as you throw the door open, I'm not going to make you roll for that, but I think you pull the door all the way off of its hinges, right?
Yes.
And all of these people inside are screaming, the bus is on its side. And you're like, "This way, Earthlings, follow me." You need to get them to follow you. So give me a spirit roll. Well, you're rolling spirit twice.
Natural 17 again for a 20.
That is a great roll. And the second they see you, your voice, what do you think it is about your voice or what you've said that calms them? Because they start, in an orderly fashion, quickly running out the back of the bus.
In my experience, the civilians of the DC universe are often a little bit sheep-like, and I think I speak with great authority, and I'm quite handsome.
If you were in the Marvel universe, these people would have been like, "Hey, it's New York, get the hell off of our bus!"
Yes,
but because it's the DC universe, they're like, superheroes. We do what they say. Yeah. And so they begin running out the back. Now, of course, it takes more than a turn's worth of time for everybody to get out the back, but you have successfully started to evacuate the bus, and now it is the Eradicator's turn. And you have 3 actions, Matthew, so I think moving to the bus, then ripping the door open, then saying your piece. I think that covers you. Does that feel okay to you?
I was going to say moving, opening the door. Oh yeah, that's 3. I was also going to try to hold one in reserve for a reaction, but if you think that's 3 actions.
Now, you know what? This is a superhero game, and I'm not going to nickel and dime you. Let's say you move and throw the door open with an action, and then you made your call for them to get out with an action, and you can hold one in reserve, because right now the Eradicators are going to open up on you. Their optic blasts start pummeling you. Here they come. Here comes the first one. And it's rolling against your defense, and it fails with an 8.
Okay, great.
Then here comes the next one.
Okay, great.
That one rolls a 14, still not high enough.
Miss.
And then finally, this one rolls, terrible, a 7. So they're like, and the bus is taking some damage. There are big scorch marks on it now, but these are some kind of plasma bolts that come out of their visors, but they haven't really hit you or hurt you yet, and now it's Leia Da Vinci's turn. Or wait, they get 3 acts. I'm gonna have him act as a mop. Go ahead, Leia.
I think I would like to use my technological spheres that are orbiting around me to do maybe a bioscan of these Eradicators. I want to know if they're are they robots? Are they mostly technological? And if so, can they be are they electronic?
Great. Go ahead. You can do this with one action. Give me I think we said a mind roll. You do have to spend resolve because you're using your spheres have an ability called scan. So you're using an action and one resolve.
Yes.
And then you can do a bioscan on them. Give me just a mind roll. I'm going to give you some information for free, but a mind roll might even give you more.
Brilliant. And I have a +6 to mind because I am a genius.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 15.
15, that's a really good roll. So the Eradicators are not organic. They appear to be mostly plastics and lightweight materials, but a great deal of the matrix that makes them up is just pure energy. Part of these things is hard light. This is a highly advanced technology that even you, the brilliant descendant of Leonardo da Vinci, doesn't fully understand. You have 2 more actions.
So do I think they're electronic? That's important to me.
I think that they, in the idea of like an electronic device, like a cell phone or a laptop, no. Along the lines that electricity definitely is part of what powers them, yes.
Okay. Are they perhaps wearing technological armor, such as an exoskeleton?
I would say that they are.
Okay, then I am going to use one of my actions. So one of my traits is that I have knowledge of tech, and under the tech knowledge, I have a technological gadget. So at the beginning of the issue, I choose one gear item from the list, and it must be used by the end of the issue. And I chose an EMP.
Ooh.
So I'm going to spend one action, I think, to throw this EMP in one of my spheres, like pulse, and robotic enemies or those wearing technological armor, such as an exoskeleton, must make a resistance test against tension 16 or lose access to all of their technological abilities for 1 round.
That's really cool. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to roll for each of these eradicators. There's 3 of them. Okay, he just rolled what was it, tension 16?
16.
Okay, he just critically failed because he rolled a 3. This guy failed with an 11, but not a critical fail. And this guy failed with a 9. So I'm going to rule that the eradicator that critically failed not only goes inert, but also kind of like smokes and sizzles and falls to pieces. He is out of the fight. The other 2, like, they just kind of like suddenly like go like dormant for a moment.
Oh.
Yes, they are not moving because of your EMP. Do you want to hold an action reserve, or do you have anything else you want to do, Leia da Vinci?
I'm going to hold an action in reserve, I think.
Very good. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm going to turn to Siranala, dignitary of Tamaran.
Yes. Siranala, I do love that she has this limitation that she just doesn't help civilians first. She fights first. So these robots are kind of not fighting back. So she's going to take care of them, hopefully make some quick work of them. I am going to fly. I have to spend 1 action and 1 resolve. So -1 resolve. I fly up towards them, and I am going to use second action, my energy blast.
Great.
All right. So let me
what I'm going to roll is there's only 2 left. And you can roll with advantage because your friend Leia da Vinci has kind of shut them down. So you can roll with advantage. This game also uses a multiple attack penalty. So if you used 1 action to fly over and an action to attack and another action to attack the other one, you will take a -5 to that second attack, right? -10 to your third attack, etc. But you're rolling with advantage, so let's see how it goes.
Okay, so the first attack, you're saying because I used an action to fly, do I take it on that, or it's only multiple attacks?
The first attack, you don't take any kind of a multiple attack penalty because you haven't made multiple attacks yet.
Right, okay. So the first one then is an 18 to hit.
That is a hit. And how much damage does your energy blast do?
My energy blast does a D6 plus spirit, which is 6. So that's going to be 10.
You shred the eradicator with your energy blast.
Nice.
What do your energy blasts look like?
Ooh, I think they're from her hands, and her eyes kind of like glow brighter green, like you think it's going to come from her eyes, but then phew, it just flies out of her palm, and it's purple.
Yay!
They're purple, of course.
Yeah. It's like a purple stream of plasma.
A purple plasma. I love it. Okay, and so now you can attack again. You have 3 actions. For your third action, you can attack again. You'll take -5, but I'm giving you advantage on the roll.
Yeah, I'm going to attack again with my energy blast. Ooh, good thing I have advantage. That was bad. And that also was bad. That's going to be a 10.
A 10. So, that does not hit the defense of one of them. So, Sirenala flies in, blasts one into pieces, but her other blast goes wide.
She hits the bus and then she says, sorry.
So now we return to the top of the round to Breakwater. Breakwater, people are now, a lot of people are off the bus now, but there are still some people inside of there. What would you like to do? You have 3 actions.
There's still one more Eradicator up in the sky, right?
Yeah, he's kind of just floating there, kind of like inert, like shut down by the EMP. Actually, I don't think he's floating anymore. I think he fell to the ground, but he's not like exploded or ripped to pieces. He's just kind of shut down temporarily.
We established that I ripped the door off its hinges when I opened the door of the bus, right?
We sure did.
Breakwater would like to hurl the school bus door at the final Eradicator.
That's awesome. Okay, go ahead and give me a roll to do that. That's going to be
Accuracy?
an attack using accuracy, but your damage will be based on your potency, which is, your strength, and Breakwater has super strength. So go ahead and give me an accuracy-based attack.
So I have a +0 accuracy, so no help there. But
I am going to give you advantage because the EMP still has it shut down until its turn comes.
Great. And do I get a +1 for being a year 1 hero on this roll?
That's right. All attacks always get a +1
Okay.
as a year 1 hero.
That is a 19, including the +1.
Is a hit. You can do your damage plus potency, and you know what? For throwing a bus door, go ahead and add another +2 to that damage.
All right. So, okay. That is going to be 12 points of damage. I rolled a 4 +6 for my damage plus another 2.
It rips through the Eradicator, sawing him in half. That's how fast and hard you're able to throw a school bus door. It rips completely through him, and he crumbles into 2 kind of glowing pieces that are kind of spitting sparks. And you guys have just taken out this troop of Eradicators without taking 1 scratch. Congratulations. We haven't advanced the Doomsday Clock at all yet. But you know what?
Oh, wow,
Well,
you are so strong.
My potency comes to me through the line of the people of New Genesis. Our exposure to the source allows us what you all on Earth would consider super strength.
And my mind. And my mind.
No, she lands and starts talking over you immediately.
No, you. Okay, you. No, you.
I'm
That's
from another planet, so I have strength that sort of just is because of who I am as a race, you know? I'm from Tamaran. My name's Lala. Sorry, were you speaking?
No, I'm always speaking. It's sort of like my thing, so none of it really matters. And
You have such a lovely accent.
what do you mean?
It's hard to understand what you're saying.
What accent?
She looks.
My mind
she looks
comes
at
to
Breakwater.
me from the people from Sicily.
I just want you to your one of your spheres beeps at you, and something is coming up on your HUD display, my friend Leia
ciao.
Da Vinci. And what you notice is that the Eradicators that you shut off with your EMP, by shutting them off, you kind of like told your visor, like, hey, confirm that Eradicators are shut down, right? Like that's one of the things it's doing. And then it finds a bunch of Eradicators like deeper in the city that are also shut down.
Oh. Well, that is good, but confusing. We should probably investigate.
As soon as you say we should investigate, you hear this smash in the sky, and it looks like the Justice League is in pitched battle with that ship and with the cyborg Superman. You can see Superman and cyborg Superman like smashing into each other. One pushes the other into a building. The top of the building like kind of explodes as they smash through it. So you should probably investigate that. There are also the other things that I told you about. There are the subway system and the problem at the waterfront. Before we get into all that, though, why don't we take a little break?
To be continued.
Take a little break. We'll come back, and then we will do more saving of lives and defeating of villains, okay? So this is the Justice League Unlimited role-playing game that is going to be launching on GameFound on July 21st from D20 Culture. Check it out. We'll be back in just a minute. We're back, League members. This is our playthrough of the Justice League Unlimited TTRPG from D20 Culture. And what I wanted to say is, coming back from break, Leah Da Vinci gets another plot point because that EMP trick was clutch.
Thank you.
Clutch. So the plot point you spent comes back to you. The good you do comes back to you. But if I'm not mistaken, I've given out 4 plot points. So I have 4 editorial. Actually, I'm only allowed to have as many editorial points as there are players. So I have all 3 of my editorial points. That's cool. I can use those.
So there's a reason for your generosity, an ulterior motive.
Of course, there always is. Now, I also decided I am advancing that Doomsday Clock 1 segment because time passes. So time has passed as you rescued those people. So it is at 1 segment right now. And you can see the Justice League heavy hitters battling above you in the sky. Green energy shooting across. Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, who knows? The battle has been joined by the entire Justice League Unlimited. But you are down here on the ground just off of Metropolis Park. And Leah Da Vinci just noticed something strange. There are more Eradicators that have been deactivated somehow, and it doesn't appear that they're involved in the battle in the sky, so how were they deactivated? Meanwhile, there are other crisis points throughout the city where there appear to be emergencies, so let me know what you'd like to do next.
Lala's looking up at the Justice League fighting, and she's just like wide-eyed, like a tennis match, watching back and forth, and she says, "We have to get up there and help them."
And then
she's breathing so heavy.
Negative. Do not join the battle in the sky. You are not vetted for that level of conflict. Please continue to search for humans in trouble and save them. Civilian lives count.
Oh, shut up, you stupid robot. You can't tell me what to do.
Breakwater will gesture toward the smoke coming out of the subway station and will say, "A city is only as healthy as its infrastructure. We must save those beneath the surface."
Fine.
Is that where you're going?
I guess.
I think
you don't
we should
all
listen.
have to go there. It is not quite like D&D. If you wanted to, you could split the party, or you could stay together. I have absolutely no opinion on it.
I think we should listen to the piss water. He's very smart and he's very good looking, and he's right. There are probably people down there in the subway. We have to help them.
And I would just like to say, this is the Glass Cannon brand. Even in a DCU superheroes RPG, we still have one player calling another player piss water.
Lala agrees, and she says, "Okay, maybe we can figure out what happened to your robot stuff too while we're there."
I would like that, yes.
Okay, very good. You head down into the subway station. The station itself is dark with occasionally the lights kind of flickering, but it's completely dark. And big, billowing clouds of smoke are pouring out of the subway tunnel. It appears that to figure out where these people in trouble are, you'd need to go deeper down the tunnel. You can hear muffled screams from that direction.
Oh.
Now we have to go.
Well, at
Very
least
good.
you do.
Like, are we jumping down the tracks into
You would
the
be
tunnel?
jumping down on the tracks.
Breakwater is going to go and he's like, "You do not need to accompany me. but I would appreciate it if you did. Then he jumps down on the track and starts chugging his way down.
Okay.
Lala looks at Leia.
Hundreds of yards down into the
we go
down the tunnel. You see that a train has kind of derailed and is kind of wedged in the tunnel with a bunch of rubble kind of like wedging it into the tunnel. It is completely pitch black down here. So I'm assuming maybe, our friend Sirenala can kind of create a little bit of a glow because she has energy blasts, or maybe Leia da Vinci is giving you a little bit of light.
Yeah, my spheres will all glow so that the whole tunnel is lit.
Now, you don't have that glow power, so I need 2 plot points. Just kidding. I'll allow your spheres to glow.
Thanks.
All right. So what are you going to do about this trapped subway car?
Is there a door, perhaps?
Haha. There is, of course, the front of the subway has a door. Yeah, absolutely. The front of the car.
I will rip that one off the hinges as well.
Okay, you do that. There are people inside screaming. It is completely pitch black in here. The light from the spheres and from Sirenala kind of like gives it a weird, eerie glow. And this man grabs you and says, "Help us!"
Denizens of Earth, the Justice League Unlimited Auxiliary, Semi-Auxiliary, we're here to help you.
Probationary members, probationary squad.
Somewhat limited.
Our cell phone
Somewhat
says that,
limited.
like, from our pockets,
Yeah.
Level
Then
one.
it goes probationary membership.
Nevertheless, this way, and I'll point them in the direction of Leia's spheres that are lighting the way back toward the station.
Okay, very good. And that is when Sirenala, a little girl, grabs the hem of your skirt and pulls on it, and you look down at her, and she's going, "Can't find inhaler." She's having an asthma attack.
Does any other humans know what an inhaler is?
And the people are kind of screaming and following Breakwater off of the train, and they don't really acknowledge your question.
Okay, inhaler. To breathe in, to inhale. It must help with oxygen intake. Okay. And she is going to crawl over Breakwater and scoot past people into this train area. And I do have, she has knowledge, and this is an interesting thing. Academic, you know all about current events, who the major players in any conflict in your city are, and remember past incidents involving major NPCs with total accuracy. You gain advantage when questioning witnesses, suspects, or persons of interest. I wonder, do you think this would help with like talking to this child?
Yeah, and I just want to say the character sheet, because we got a very early copy of this. It's just a quick start, and the character sheet had knowledge, academics, journalism.
Yeah.
But then it didn't really give more than that. And then I looked it up, and that wasn't in the quick start guide. So I just wrote what you just read as
You wrote that?
Well, yeah, but like really staying close to what the other knowledge is, the kind of stuff the other knowledges would give you. Because there's like a tech knowledge and a subterfuge knowledge and a strategy knowledge. And they have very specific, very cool techniques for those things. But okay, so what are you going to do with that journalism ability?
So I think like she is going to kind of get into the mind of what a child would be like on a train. And she's thinking like, okay, they would be low to the ground, probably seated if there were enough seats. And she starts like climbing over people walking out, excuse me. And she's going to look for anything the child might have left behind, like a toy, a bag, to lead her to where this inhaler might be.
You can go ahead and give me a mind roll, okay?
Excellent.
To find a missing inhaler in a dark subway car.
Perfect.
But I liked your logic, that how you kind of broke down, like, you're doing the most logical steps you can. So go ahead and give yourself a +2 to that roll.
Okay, and I am going to also use my catchphrase. Once per scene, you say your catchphrase for either advantage on the next roll or a -1 resolve cost for an ability. I'm going to do the advantage, and she's going to, while she's looking, she can't see.
I can't
she
wait
can't
either.
see anything. And don't get too excited because you guys probably aren't going to understand it. She says, you Rutha Zarbnoff, where is this thing? And I'm using some
Tamaranian. Are you using Tamaranian cuss words?
Yeah, she's using Tamaranian cuss words. These would be bleeped out in the comics because they're
Zarbnoff.
Yeah, you Rutha Zarbnoff.
Wait, so your catchphrase is, say it again?
Rutha Zarbnoff.
You Rutha Zarbnoff, where is that thing? That's your catchphrase?
Not where is that thing? Just cursing in Tamaranian.
I like,
Gosh,
just Tamaranian
Why did you
cursing.
have to go and make it silly, Matthew?
Yeah,
All
Matthew.
right.
And normally she points at an enemy and calls them like you weak jerk kind of thing, like you Rutha Zarbnoff. Really gets in their head. Mm-hmm. All right, advantage.
Don't even know what
Got
that
him.
means.
Okay, that's gonna be a 10.
A 10. That's your best roll.
That's my best roll. She has a
the
plus
+2?
0 to. With the +2, she has no mind. She has +0 to.
Okay, you fail.
no.
You're unable to find it. This girl finally passes out, and some of the other people running out of the subway have to pick her up and run with her to get to medical personnel as quickly as possible.
Oh, no.
This upsets you so much that I'm going to ask you to take 5 resolve off of your total. And I am
5 resolve?
advancing the doomsday clock
Oh my gosh.
to another segment. Well, wouldn't it really, really bother a superhero if they couldn't help a little girl having an asthma attack?
Yeah, I think Lala like can't find it. She comes back out and then she's looking for the little girl and she thinks like the worst, you know, like she has no idea where this girl is, and she runs up to Leia and to Breakwater, who's still helping people, and she says, "Did you see a girl? A small girl? I think she needed something, but I couldn't find it. It's too dark in there." Oh,
She collapsed and is at near death, but someone decided to carry her out.
what am I doing? I can't handle this. I wanted to go fight with the Justice League. I thought that I would be good enough for that. I'm nothing. She sits down on the ground. My father is gonna kill me.
Oh, we all have our own strengths. Your strength is punching things and throwing a blast. You should have asked me to look for small thing. My spheres can like sort of see through like walls and stuff.
You're right.
But next time we are all learning, and
We're on a
love
team.
learning.
Yes.
I should have looked to my teammates to help me. You're right, just like volleyball. Thank you.
It is.
Next time I'll ask you to spike the ball.
It is just like a volleyball. That's right.
Would anybody like to do anything else in this smoking subway tunnel? Yes,
I-
Leia Da Vinci.
I want to like hack into the system of this subway system, because like why would the subway all of a sudden crash because a ship came in from another plane in the sky, right? And he hacked all the TV systems. So like this guy, he tried to like hack into the mainframe of Metropolis, and I want to see if I can like trace that or something, or see if
That
there's...
sounds cool. Yeah, give me a mind roll, and because if you want to, you can spend your you can spend a point of resolve and use your technological spheres scan ability to kind of do an energy scan.
Ooh.
You know, again, it didn't say exactly how these spheres worked, with their scan worked. So I gave you a bioscan and an energy scan. That was just kind of me winging it.
Well,
But
what I think I'm going to do is use since I have knowledge tech, there's another, I used technological gadget already, but I've also got hacker, where I've got advantage on tests involved in hacking systems and breaking codes. So I think I'm going to use that, and just advantage, just use one of my spears goes down, and like it has rings like a planet, and the rings sort of like unwind and like become little wires that like burrow into the system.
Very cool. Okay, no problem. If you'd like, you can still make a mind test. I'm going to give you something automatically, but if you make this mind test really well, I'll give you more.
Okay. That's a 19.
Okay, that was really well done. So I'm going to give you 2 things, okay? First of all, it looks like large parts of the electrical grid that runs the Metropolis subway system have gone dark.
Oh.
but it's strange because it doesn't look like Cyborg Superman, his ship, or the Eradicators have targeted power stations. So why is that happening? The next thing I'm going to give you is that you can now see a pattern to the power outages. Different neighborhoods are experiencing power outages, and there is a particular location that is the center of all of these outages. But you don't know what's there. You just see a spot on the map.
Okay, with my incredible powers of observation and deduction, I can tell that all of the power outages in the city, which we do not understand why, they are all coming from this place. We should go there.
I agree. Power is everything. If we can restore power to the city, we can save countless lives.
Yes, and so they head out. 3 classic superhero types. An alien from a distant planet, a living god, and Leonardo da Vinci's great-great-great-great-granddaughter.
Yeah.
So where are you heading? Are you going to head to another crisis point or to that location you found? Or do you want to look around? Anything? Where are you going to go?
Remind me of the other crisis point that we saw in the beginning.
You saw some smoke and things happening at the waterfront. That is the only other thing you noticed. That might have resolved, or something might have, developed there while you were handling these other threats.
Okay, maybe we just go to the power.
I will say a journalism ability gives you an idea. Red Tornado is a resource you can use. You can ask him about things you find if you'd like.
Oh. Yeah.
Or we can just take the initiative and hope they'll promote us from our probationary period to be full auxiliary members of the Justice League. Or we can just call
Absolutely. You could also ignore Red Tornado if he is boring and or stupid. He's a stupid robot who insulted you. You could ignore him.
I did also yell at him and called him stupid and told him I was going to do whatever I wanted.
That's okay. He's not your real dad, so...
You're right. Okay. I will call him. Red Tornado, come in. This is Lala and also Leia, and then Breakwater is here.
This is Red Tornado. Auxiliary probationary members, report.
No, you report. Status report on the waterfront.
The League cannot currently be diverted. The engine of destruction threatens the city and the world. Superman is locked in combat with Hank Henshaw, the cyborg Superman.
Hank Henshaw?
Hank Henshaw?
That's the name of the cyborg Superman. It's
not
not
a
really
very
important to this
villainous
adventure.
name, but okay, sure.
We talked about Hank Henshaw for a long time.
You talk about Hank Henshaw for a long time and how it's not a particularly villainous name, but then someone reminds you that Leia da Vinci is with you, the great-great-great-great-granddaughter of Leonardo da Vinci, and that's a really interesting superhero origin.
That's normal for me. It's just my life. It's just my family. It's just where I'm from. So, sounds very judgmental. Calling it strange.
What would you like to ask? If you're going to use Red Tornado, you need to, tell him what you found. He reports to you.
Let's report about what we found about that central threat to the city's power grid and how it is our plan to go there if he can advise at all.
Great. He says, anomaly confirmed. Your data matches secondary energy fluctuations I am monitoring throughout the city. The League cannot be diverted. Your team must expose this secondary threat. And then he also points out the point on the map that Leah has already found. The center of the blackouts is the Star Labs Annex, located here. So he points out that is probably where the blackouts started, or where they are kind of spreading out from. And then he says there is also a Star Labs anomalous cases triage tent here, and he points out a place in Metropolis Park where Star Lab workers might be working. They might be able to give you information. And he says the Daily Planet is also monitoring reports from throughout the city. They may be helpful, and he highlights that on your map. So right now you could go to wherever the center of the blackouts was, or you could go to the Daily Planet, who probably have more information for you, or to this tent of Star Labs technicians who are helping people who have been injured. But it's called the Anomalous Cases Triage Tent, whatever that means. So you could go check that out in Metropolis Park. Let me know what you'd like to do.
Let's check out the tent.
Yeah, maybe we go talk to some people at the triage and see like what happened.
I'm a genius, and I say yes, that is the smartest thing to do.
Very good. You arrive at this tent, and there are so many people here who have been injured in the fighting, you know, when rubble fell on them or they inhaled smoke, and there are EMTs and doctors and trained medical personnel helping them. But then you find the Star Labs tent. And of course, Star Labs exists to help with things that are fringe, that are outside or beyond the normal scope of technology and science. And inside, there is a beautiful woman, and she's standing over 3 people who are laying there quietly with their eyes closed. They don't appear to be injured in any way, but they look very pale. And she turns and says, "Yes, can I help you? Who let you in here?"
We're with the Justice League. We're here to help.
Oh, yes. Red Tornado said that he let you know that we were here. Well, all I can tell you is that we are finding some anomalous cases among the survivors and the people injured. These people appear to be, empty. And she gestures to the people on stretchers there. They're all in comas, but we can find no other injury or head trauma or any kind of viral pathogen of any type. It's as if the power inside their cells has just been shut off.
The power, Lala says to Leia.
The power.
Where were these people found?
Inside their cells.
She gives you the locations, and they kind of match locations where blackouts have occurred, you know, kind of, you know, radiating out from that point of the Star Labs annex deeper in the city.
What's going on at the Star Labs annex that might be that might be connected to this?
Well, I know that they run all sorts of experiments there, but especially regarding metahumans, their powers. You know, we did an in-depth study of Superman's abilities there at one point. Sometimes they're used. Sometimes they also study metahuman criminals. At the Star Labs Annex. Although I don't know what they were working on at present.
I wonder, perhaps a metahuman criminal took advantage of this crisis happening, and or perhaps Hank Henshaw is working with another
Cyborg
criminal.
Superman?
Yes, that one.
His name it's a little silly for such a scary villain.
I know,
Yeah.
it's so funny. You'd think it would be something like a Killzor or something.
I feel like
Killzor's
we're
kinda silly,
overly
too.
concerned with
Okay.
people's names.
Yes, okay.
Okay, fine,
I feel
sorry.
like he could be a Derek.
What's your name, by the way?
My name is Breakwater.
Okay, well, I can see why you would say we're being overly concerned with names. If your
Yes.
name is
My name was
Breakwater.
given to me by the High Father of New Genesis.
Nobody cares about names.
Your high father
If we-
hates you, man.
The father of
If
a
we
new
can't-
Genesis? So what? I don't understand.
He does hate me a little bit. That's why I'm here.
Enough talking about names. We
Alright.
need to get back into action. We need to fight.
Yes. Let's go to this. Let's continue on to the center of the center of the blackout. What was it was the annex that was
Yes,
there?
Star
yes.
Labs Annex. Let's go straight there.
Okay, you travel straight there. I'm going to bring the Doomsday Clock up to 3 segments.
Also, I tell the woman at the tents, if you see a small girl looking for something, she needs an inhaler. Good luck. And then she leaves.
Okay. You arrive at the Star
It's like
Labs.
walking into an ER and just being like, if there's a little girl,
Yeah.
she needs an inhaler.
If someone's bleeding, Put a Band-Aid on it.
Good advice. I'd like
You-
to. Can we sneak in because I have knowledge of subterfuge. It is subterfuge. Subterfuge. It's not okay.
You could sneak in.
Yeah, I get advantage on sneaking around. So
Great. Would you like to go ahead and give me an agility roll with advantage to sneak in?
well, that was a natural one. So but that is a dirty 20. So
A dirty 20 gets you in. It's unlocked. There was an electronic lock on the door, but it's no longer working.
okay, well.
You sneak in. The entire laboratory is in a state of disarray. All the monitors are dark. The lights are dark. Your spheres are lighting things. And you see a reinforced glass containment cell in the center of the main library that has been shattered.
Oh no. Who was being held here?
Is there a sign or a plaque?
Maybe like a
Is there a
plaque, sort of, or like a
Some kind
door.
of little plaque
Maybe
that
like
says who it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of
Actually, you're
those.
going to need to search the files somehow, and that's going to require a test. Give me a mind test, whoever would like to try it. I mean, obviously,
Clearly Leia.
Leia da Vinci is the one
Okay,
to do
if
it.
we are searching a computer,
Leia
yes,
da
I think it is
Vinci,
me.
MVP so far. MVP.
Well, what can
Well,
I
she
say?
is a descendant of Leonardo da Vinci.
I mean, yes.
I'm a
the goat.
genius.
You mean that classic and hackneyed superhero origin story? Okay.
Dirty 20.
I was bit by a radioactive Caravaggio. All right. A dirty 20 is enough for you to find. You're able to get one of the computers up and running, even though its battery was completely fried. And you see that this was Subject RJ, aka Parasite.
Ooh.
Ability to
Parasite.
absorb energy, insatiable hunger.
Oh
he-
no.
So he might be absorbing the energy both of these the electrical energy from these power stations, but
But
also the life energy of these
people.
people.
And Lala points her finger up. Cells contain electricity. Even my cells do. That's something similar we have in common with human DNA. Our cell structures are similar. So if he can zap the electricity from people themselves, that's bad.
It is bad indeed. And
Can we report this just to let the Justice League at large keep an eye out for what
I think we have to track him and find him, this parasite.
Red Tornado will listen to your report, Breakwater, and he says, "This has become a larger emergency now. If the anomaly is indeed Parasite, he could wreak havoc while we are dealing with the Hank Henshaw threat. I need you to find him and neutralize him immediately. All other Leaguers are currently busy and cannot be diverted."
Okay, I would like to use my technological spheres. I will spend one resolve to scan for the energy sense, where I can sense, track, and analyze different types of energy signatures.
Great.
And I'm thinking Parasite, if he's absorbing energy, both from people and from these like power centers, he probably has a distinct energy signature that I want to try and identify and track.
Very good. Go ahead and give me a mind roll.
Oh, only a 10.
That is a failure.
Ah!
And because of your failure, I'm going to roll that the Doomsday Clock goes up to 4 segments. You do eventually isolate this bioelectric energy signature, but it takes you an hour.
I'm sorry, there's so much interference in this room.
Perhaps Leia da Vinci is once again overthinking it.
Yeah. It could be this. No, that's not it. It is, maybe it's over here. No, that's not it.
But now you believe that your spheres can do like a kind of a blacklight thing where when they fly around, they can kind of project this like light that picks up the energy signature. So someone could track this energy signature through the city.
Like following a trail.
Yes, but it would be extremely helpful if this person could get a bird's eye view of things to kind of figure out where Parasite might have been going.
But I don't know how to do this. I'm only on the ground.
Oh, What, you just need to be in the air?
Well, yes, I would like to go.
I could jump, perhaps from the height of a tall building.
Breakwater, no offense. I think this is my department. Come here. And she holds you like a parachute instructor. So she's behind you and she just like grips under your arms and she goes, "Hold on!" And she just zooms up into the air.
Wow, that is beautiful. Beautiful and adorbs.
Adorbs.
You are now flying through the air, and Leia da Vinci, correct me or give the details of, your spheres are kind of showing this path for them. So how are they doing that?
Then one sphere is in front of my eyes, right? Like projecting onto my HUD. But then I've got another sphere that's sort of unfolded around Lala's eyes. And then I've left one sphere behind, back by Breakwater, and it's gonna unfold around your eyes, kind of like a visor, and it like you have it like a VR set kind
You're
of
able
goggle.
to share your scan with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I like how the sphere kind of opens into a goggle. That's awesome.
Yeah, and so it can like project sort of what we're seeing.
I think that sounds so cool. I know I've given a lot of plot points to Leia, but I think she needs one more. And so now, both Breakwater and Lala, aka Sirenala, of the planet Tamaran, can make for me accuracy. They can make accuracy rolls, and if they succeed, they will be able to follow the path of this bioelectric energy signature through the city.
Okay. Accuracy. Ooh. That's going to be a 21 for Lala.
That's very good. How'd you do, Breakwater?
I did a 12.
A 12. Not very good. Breakwater's like, I don't see it.
I'm just running along on the street level trying to follow what's
You're
in my
being carried in a beautiful way, my friend. Didn't you catch that part? She lifted you into the air.
Oh, did she get both of us? I thought she only got me.
I thought she only took Leia, and Breakwater's down on the ground.
Breakwater said he was going to jump around, so...
Oh, I'm the one that's confused. You have Leia, and that's beautiful, and Breakwater's just jumping and running. No problem.
Along.
Yeah,
Suffice to say, you realize that the trail leads to the largest nuclear power plant in Metropolis.
Uh-oh.
You realize that the trail leads directly to the NEME Substation 7. And as you start to get close, you see that the lights around this building are kind of flashing on and off, like flickering. Something is going on inside it. There is a hole in the outside of the building and smoke kind of coming up from it.
I think he's here.
I think you may have found him.
Then let's get in there. Should I just fly in, you and me? We could take him.
Well, I was thinking about maybe being a snakey. I'm sort of like more of a snaky person, but you're in charge.
Sneaky.
12 minutes later, Breakwater arrives.
Yes, Breakwater. Yes, down there.
So they're kind of talking about their approach when Breakwater finally comes running up, but probably not out of breath because it feels like new gods don't get out of breath. I'm not sure.
That doesn't seem like a thing they do.
Okay. So you can see there's this big hole in the side of the building with kind of smoke billowing out of it. Do you want to go in or do you want to approach from a different direction?
Lala says to Leia, do you want me to put you on the roof or something? You can sneak in.
Oh, you can put me on the roof, or we could go through the hole, or we could find like a window, or we could do a perimeter check first, or maybe I can look up like the blueprints. And she's overthinking, so she's not going to be any help to you in this moment.
I will go back down to Breakwater so we can reconvene. And Lala sets Leia down very gently, and she says, I'll go in through the big hole. You can sneak in, and Breakwater, you can... What is it you do?
I'm very strong, and I have a very distinct moral compass.
Okay.
That's great.
All right.
And we're a team. And team.
Everybody took so long discussing this. I'm bringing the Doomsday Clock up to 5 segments.
No.
There's 1 segment left.
Oh God.
It
Okay,
sounds-
get in there. Go.
Lala's going in.
I'm going to tell you
Breakwater
what
starts
you
charging
see
in.
when you first fly in, Lala. You go inside, and what you're looking at is the reactor core. He has burrowed a hole through several outer rings all the way into the reactor core. The reactor core, of course, is an enormous room. And this room has 3 huge armored conduits. And you can see the parasite now. Here in like the flashing, flickering lights, the sparks are giving illumination. Parasite is purple skinned, seemingly without any kind of clothes. His kind of huge purple naked form. He is at this point like 13 feet tall. He's been absorbing so much energy, and he's got his enormous hands on 2 of the conduits, and he's just like just absorbing the energy. You see it crackling around him. Now, above the reactor core, you see a control room. And in that control room, you can see some people. And they are kind of like, they have their hands pressed up against the glass, and they're looking at horror, looking in horror down at Parasite as he drains the entire reactor. That is what you see, and Parasite has not noticed you yet. So I'm going to ask Breakwater, how are you approaching?
Do they appear to be in danger up in the control room, or more just they're looking in horror at what's
They
happening?
are pounding on the glass. They appear to be in danger.
Well, then I have no choice. I go straight up to help the people above.
Okay. That control room is directly above Parasite's head. So by going there, you definitely will draw his attention, unless you do it in some sort of sneaky or hard to see way, which is not really Breakwater's style, and he does have the limitation that he has to save innocence, doesn't he?
What if I offered, like, I want to go to the control room because I'm wondering if there's something that I can do with the controls to, like, turn it off or something. So if you bring me to the control room and distract him, that would be helping those civilians.
I mean, Lala could distract him because Lala does not care about the control room. She wants to fight this guy immediately. So, like, could she, from wherever angle we are, Jared, could Lala, like, get his attention so they can then
Get
go
up to the
there?
control room?
Hey,
Absolutely.
you Ragnar Zarbmuffiner.
Rutha Zarbnov.
Yeah.
Here's what you can do. He is distracted at first, right? So he's busy like absorbing the energy from these huge armored conduits. So if you wanted to, you could go ahead and get an angle on him and blast him once to kind of get his attention while the other 2 are like kind of out of that sort of line of sight.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to try to do?
Yep.
I think you need to give me an energy blast roll. And
Yeah, I do.
because you're using it to just sort of distract, it doesn't matter if it really hits him. It just needs to get his attention. So I'm going to lower the tension rating, the difficulty of it. If you hit his defense, you hit him. But if you get a little lower than that, it still might work because he still might look in your direction, right?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
And then after we've done that, we're all rolling initiative. Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Lala powers up her energy blast and fires.
And that's going to be a 15.
A 15 does not hit his defense,
Ooh.
but it does get high enough to get his attention. So
All
one of
right.
your blasts smashes into the armored conduit he's drawing energy from, and it kind of messes with it. It's like his immediate access to the energy is cut off for a second, and he turns to face you. It's a face that may have once been human, but now it has these bulging yellow eyes, and it's mostly just an enormous mouth, like a leech or a lamprey. And he says, hungry, and begins running at Lala. Everybody roll initiative.
Oh no.
Ooh, he did well.
Lala did bad. Lala's not rolling good initiative.
What's Lala at?
And it's the agility, right?
Mm-hmm.
8 total.
8 for Lala. How are we doing Breakwater?
16.
Breakwater's at a 16. What about Leia?
14.
Leia's at a 14. Okay. Now let me take my time and carefully figure out what Rudy Jones, aka the Parasite, would like to do with his 3 actions.
Also, when he yells out, hungry, Lala just goes, Lala.
Nice to meet you.
Let's see.
She's
So
waving.
I'm going to rule, there are zones in this game when you're dealing with movement. We kind of glossed over that earlier because everybody felt like was in maybe close distance to each other. But now I think that he was far when you blasted the conduit near him. So it's going to take him 2 actions to get to you, which he does. And he comes lumbering toward you, and he's going to smash you with his hand, trying to grip your head in his giant hand and use his draining touch. Here comes his attack. Man, Parasite just got a natural 20.
Oh no.
Oh.
That
Okay.
means that Parasite is going to do double damage.
Okay.
That's going to activate something for Breakwater.
And what is that?
Oh.
Glimpse
Thought
of
bubble.
redemption. Sorry.
Thought bubble. Breakwater has started to climb up towards the control room when he sees what's about to happen. He sees the 2 Parasite and Lala kind of coming at each other, and he realizes what's going to happen. And he thinks, if Lala is taken out, we'll lose her ability to affect energy, and thus all will be lost. And he's going to charge forward and dive in between her. And
Don't.
I'm using my no one gets left behind ability.
That's
Once
right.
we're seen, if an ally or NPC would take damage, you instantly move to intercept the blow, taking the damage in their place and marking 1 condition.
All right.
Oh.
And you mark what?
1 condition.
Oh, that's right. So you're going to go all the way to tired already. Okay. And I'm just going to make sure I get this. So Parasite got the splash page, right? The splash page was like him standing with Lala's head in his hand, saying hungry, and like you can see like the energy lines coming out of her into the hand. But then the next turn the page, it's another splash page of suddenly Breakwater interposing himself. And Breakwater, you're gonna take this hit. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, Breakwater, that is 18 resolve damage.
18.
Well,
Well, I had 16, my friend, so...
So that means you take another condition. You're still up, you're still fighting, but now you're at scratched. You take -2 to all of your D20 rolls. Okay?
Yikes.
And I want to see, he can do something, because it's not just that he hits you, it's that he does kind of an energy drain. Let's see. Oh no, that's it. It just does a bunch of damage to you as it drains out of you. Wait, with each successful, here it is, Power Hunger. With each successful hit, he drains 1d6 resolve from the target and adds it to his own. If he drains a hero with powers, he may use a grade 1 version of that hero's powers on his next turn. That's awesome. I think that's it. He did 18 resolve damage to you in 1 hit with a critical hit. That is really nasty. And now, Breakwater, it is your turn.
Okay. Oh boy. So I now have 0 resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And you're scratched.
And I'm scratched. Okay, he's gonna shout, "Save the people in the control room! Their lives are vital!" And he's just gonna try to hit Parasite in the face.
That's a good idea.
I take a -2 to this. And I rolled natural 1. So,
oh my god.
That's probably not going to hit, I'm guessing.
You might want to spend... Do you have any plot points?
I do have a plot point.
Guys, now's the time to start
Plot
spending
points
them.
a guaranteed success.
All right. You know what? I will spend it on a... Yeah, I would need resolve. I'm just looking through my super strength powers to see if I can get anything... Nope, not without resolve. So yeah, I will spend the plot point to get a guaranteed success and do a hit on this guy.
Okay, great.
Okay, so that would be... That's going to be 9 points of damage.
Okay. He is going to spend 1 point of resolve to do a reaction called kinetic absorption. When you suffer physical damage, in this case 9 resolve damage, you may convert the pain into power. He ignores an amount of damage equal to his resistance value. His resistance value is 9. And he gains 1 charge. And I'm not even going to tell you what a charge does. But you realize when you punch him that all of that energy, just like you see him like glow purple and veins like kind of fill with energy. You just hit him with a super powered punch and he absorbed it. It doesn't even make him move back an inch. And he's like, tasty.
And so Breakwater is going to put 2 and 2 together and realize that we're all food for him. And any attempts for us to hurt him is just gonna feed him further. We need to shut off the power. So he is going to flee with his remaining 2 actions and start heading up to the control room.
Very good. I'm going to say that the control room was a little bit beyond far before, because we said that the parasite was far. So the control room is a little bit beyond that, right? So let's look. What is a little bit farther than far in our Justice League game here? It says that it's distant. So it takes 3 actions to get up there. So you're not quite up there yet. But if Leah Da Vinci wants to use all 3 of her actions this time, she can get there and be in there. Would you like to do that, Leah? I think it's your turn.
Yeah, that is exactly what I would like to do.
Okay. You're going to arrive, and I'm going to give you some information. Do you want to be inside the control room, outside of it, looking in? Any kind of specific way you'd like to enter?
Yeah, she kicks down the door.
Do you want to do that? You can.
Yeah, kick down the door. And I go, don't worry, I am here, and I am a genius. And I want to go straight to like the control room computers and say, tell me everything I need to know. How do I shut this thing off?
Okay. So the technicians are saying like, life support is failing. The radiation is going to start becoming dangerous very soon. And with the power kind of fluctuating, we couldn't get out of the room, but I guess we can now. And you realize there's 2 doctors in here, 2 technicians. And they can show you how the reactor works. Is that what you would like to do?
If they don't mind staying to, if you want to flee to safety, I do not blame you. Run for your lives. But if you would stay and...
They start running.
Okay, bye.
Wait. So you had 3 actions to move in there.
Yeah.
On your next turn, you could convince one of them to stay, or maybe Leah Da Vinci just needs to figure out how to work a reactor on her own.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that.
Okay, great. All right, when we come back to you, Leia, we'll find out about that. And now, Lala, at our initiative of 8, what would you like to do, Lala? You just saw Breakwater smash Parasite with a punch. Nothing happened, and he was like, we gotta help those people, and started jumping. I think Breakwater, you're like climbing, you're almost up to the control room. Lala, what do you do?
Yeah, but I mean, at first Breakwater took that huge hit, and instead of being grateful, Lala is so pissed, and she yells at Breakwater, "You Rutha Zarbnoff! That was mine to take!" And she'll turn back to this guy, and because she used her catchphrase, I am going to take advantage, and I'm going to do my energy blast.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds great. I'm looking at your catchphrase. Once per scene, you can do it. Okay, give me an energy blast against this guy.
Okay.
And keep in mind, you can spend resolve to like supercharge your energy blast. So if you wanted to power it up a little bit more, you could hurt him more. So, for example, you don't have to spend any resolve to just spend an action and roll a d20 plus 7. That's your attack roll versus his defense. And your damage would be 1d6 plus your spirit, which is 6, right?
Yeah.
Or you could spend a resolve and an action, roll 1d20 plus 9, your attack roll goes up, and your damage goes up to 1d6 plus 8 if you do that. That's like kind of a supercharged energy blast.
Resolve? Or is that
How
crazy?
Interesting. I don't think so. I don't think that as a year 1 tier A hero, you can do that.
Don't rub that in. Okay, I will do it then with,
But you know what?
Really
what would allow you to do that?
What?
Spending
a plot point. I knew that.
Well, I already
because I'm a
rolled and I
genius.
know.
Okay.
I rolled and I know that I hit, so maybe that's cheating.
What did you
to
roll?
spend the
What
plot
did you
point.
roll?
18 plus 7.
Ooh, very good. You hit him. Let's see. His defense might be low enough.
Unless I do the plus 9, I'm going to charge it. So yeah, the plus 9 actually, 18 plus 9.
You're going to charge it and do 18 plus 9, so 27.
Yeah,
Okay, his
and
defense
I
is
take
19.
Oh, no.
So you're
Oh,
not
no.
15 over his defense. So it's not a critical hit, but you do hit. Go ahead and do your damage.
Okay. So I'll do the plus 8 damage then with the D. I rolled low on the D6. 11 points of damage. Energy blast.
Okay. 11 points of damage. And you know what I did I cheated a little bit. I'm going to take that 11 points of damage and his resolve goes down. And let me tell you how I cheated. I used 3 actions on his turn to get to you and attack you. And then I also let him use the reaction. So because I cheated a little bit, we'll say that I did that using my editorial points. And I will spend an editorial point and be down to 2. Okay?
Okay.
That is how I did that. All right. That is really good. So you fly up and you blast him and you do a tremendous amount of damage to him. And he does not absorb it this time because I don't want to spend one of my editorial points to do that little kinetic absorption trick again. Okay.
So that's first attack. I'm going to attack again. I'm going to do the Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to do another charged one with a second action and a second resolve.
Good. Go for it.
She is just like two-handed, like blasting her energy. That's going to be I'm supercharging. So that's a 26.
A 26 is a hit, but not a critical.
Not a crit. And then D6, 8, 9, 10, 11 again.
11 more damage. Okay. You have really like he is like smoking and sizzling and trying to take on the energy you're blasting at him. But he's, a lot of it is like flaring over him and burning his skin. And you hear him screaming. Ah! You have a third action, right?
I'm going to keep my third action for my reaction because I have a feeling he is going to hit me.
Hey, you know what? That is a very, very good guess. And in fact, it is his turn. And he is going to do an energy burst first. That's one action. And it costs 1 resolve plus the charge he built up when Breakwater hit him.
Yeah.
And he can do a ranged attack. Okay? And his ranged attack is actually going to go after Breakwater to get Breakwater down off the side. Yeah, Lala, he's still ignoring you. How rude.
Oh my gosh, she's so pissed.
Okay, so he gets +1 to attack and damage for each charge he spends. And here it comes. Oh my god, that was terrible. He only rolled a 8.
Oh.
A 9 with the +1, so he doesn't hit you. Ooh. So all this energy comes flying off of him, blasting up toward Breakwater, but he doesn't catch you.
As I'm trying to climb up to the control room.
Now he will turn and he will attack Lala. And this is going to take his map. Okay.
Okay.
His multiple attack penalty. Here it comes. That's not going to be enough. It's a 9. And I think because it's a multiple attack, he takes a -5 on the second attack. Let me make sure. I'm going to check.
I didn't do that on my second attack because I forgot.
No problem.
Right.
Spend a plot point. Do you have one?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Guess
It's
what?
gone.
It's forgiven.
Dang it.
I love plot points because, you know, superheroes, they follow their own rules sometimes. Okay, here we go. Yeah, -5 for second attack. So he misses you. And so now I'm going to spend an editorial point. He's so angry. I'm down to 1 editorial point. I'm going to spend an editorial point to have him just ignore the map and attack you at full because he really wants to hurt you with his third action. And that time, it's a lot better. A 23 definitely hits you, but it's not a crit.
Not a crit.
He says there can be only one purple monster.
Yeah, he's like, that's my color scheme. And he does, this is lovely, 13 resolve damage.
Ooh,
and because of his power hunger, he gets resolved back when he hits you.
Okay, so I can do my reaction. I was going to do my force field, which gives me a +2 defense. That would make it 17. You would hit me anyway, and 1 damage reduction. But I only had 9 resolve, so I'm not going to even do that. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So 13, do I get 2 conditions then, or is it just 1 condition?
That's going to be 2 conditions. So you're going to go all the way to scratched.
Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to happen.
Okay, great. Okay.
It's all happening.
You're
for
at
Lala.
scratched, and he just used 3 actions, and I used editorial points to ignore the map so he could drain some power off of you. He got some resolve back by doing that. And that.
Jared, what's after scratched?
What's after scratched? What's after scratched?
What's after scratched?
Then you're injured. -4 to D20 rolls. Right now you're scratched. -2 to D20 rolls.
And what's after injured?
Wounded. Disadvantage to D20 rolls.
Okay.
Ask me
cool,
what's
cool.
after that.
What's after that?
Defeated. Out of the action.
Oh no.
Oh, interesting. Okay. My character has a risky thing they can do, I guess. I didn't realize wounded was so far down on the list. Okay, go on.
It's Breakwater's turn.
Breakwater is going to use his first action to get up into the control room. Leia is there. I assume she's
talking to the scientists who are running out. Someone could ask them to stay. They won't have run out until the end of Leia's turn. So someone can beg for them to beg. You don't have to beg, but command them to stay or use some kind of like spirit roll to get them to stay, or you could do something else.
Leia's going to take care of shutting down the reactor or whatever it is we're going to do. Tricky moment here. Because I don't think I'm going to be much help. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to... Is there a way I can kind of help Leia? Can I use my actions to help her?
I think that would make total sense. I mean, the most obvious way is for you to jump in front of the scientists before they leave if you wanted them to stay.
Help. Often on the battlefield, heroes need to assist their allies. The help action includes rescuing, moving someone out of the way, or even applying medical care to help fallen allies. It's an umbrella term that includes all of these possibilities.
You know, I bet that once on my turn, once I've hacked the system and I figured it out, I bet like somebody's got to go unplug it, so you could like save your actions to like perform whatever physical thing needs to be done to shut it down, you know?
I'll allow that. But if you want to go out of... Yeah, I'll allow that.
I was just going to try to like give you advantage.
It could be like a reaction to what Leia does.
Well, I think I already get advantage to hack it.
Oh, then I'll just... so I'll get in there. I will kind of usher the scientists out of danger. And then I'll be ready to use my reaction to implement whatever physical alterations are needed to shut this thing down.
Well done. And so you have I think you have, I'm going to say you have 2 actions in reserve because you really only used 1 to get up there and, be like, I'm here, I'm ready to help. Does that work for you, Matthew?
Great.
Okay.
Perfect.
That means it's Leia Da Vinci's turn.
Okay, I'm going to use my hacker advantage. I'm actually going to spend a plot point. I'm going to spend a plot point to automatically succeed, actually, and not use my advantage. I'm going to automatically succeed in spectacular fashion.
Okay.
I'm typing with on 6 keyboards at once, some of my technological spheres have they've grown little fingers. The rings have Saturn's rings have turned into little fingers, and they're also typing on keyboards across the room. And I'm going through the system and I'm figuring out how to shut it down.
That's awesome. I'm going to say you know exactly how to shut it down. And that will prevent Parasite from drawing more energy from it. But you also realize that if those armored conduits down below can kind of be smashed open or torn out, it might release enough energy to overload him.
Overheat.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a car or
Smash an armored conduit, you say?
Yes, I need someone to smash an armored conduit. It will make him go so hot, like a laptop that is trying, like an old laptop that's trying to watch a movie.
Thought bubble. The things this human says. Descended as she is from a great artist, they must be instant genius. I'll do what she suggests. Can I use my reactions to jump out of the control room?
You can, but we have to do one thing before you do that. You need to roll a d6 and see if you roll a 2 or a 1, Leia, to see if the crisis die is activated.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Hiya. 4.
4. No crisis die, and
No crisis.
you are now able to use your reaction to leap down onto an armored conduit. There are 3 of them, my friend. What are you going to do? You're leaping onto one. What are you doing?
I'm going to try to use the momentum of my fall to kind of just smash a giant hole into it.
I need a big old potency roll. I don't think you need to attack it because I think it's a stationary piece of reactor infrastructure, but I need a feat of strength here with your potency.
That is my specialty, though I take a -2 to this because I'm scratched.
Right.
Okay, but I rolled a natural 16, so that is a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 is high enough for you to completely smash it open and rip it out of the floor of this reactor, and you release this enormous blast of energy that fills the room and does a bunch of damage to everybody.
Oh, whoops.
Not Leah, who's up in the control room, but it's going to do...
Sorry.
5 resolve damage to both you, unless you have some kind of reaction you want to do, Breakwater, and Lala, and Parasite.
I can hold my breath for hours. That's about all I can do with no resolve.
Grit your teeth and
did you have any
hold your
actions
breath.
left?
You tell me. I had 2 You offered me 2 reactions to hold.
Yeah, it was kind of moving and attacking. I
Jumping
think you're
and
out
smashing.
of actions. Lala, did you have any actions left?
I did, but it's just not going to help because I'm down all my resolve. So give me.
But you
I
could
think I would
still. You could still do. You know what? You're right. It's probably not going to help. You take 5 more resolve damage, which is going to take you, I think
to wounded, right?
I think so. I think it's going to take you down to wounded.
Same for me because I have 0 resolve.
Oh, do you get something at wounded?
Yes, I do.
-4 on all D20 rolls for old Breakwater.
Yep. Okay. Because you're not wounded. What are you?
I was at scratch, so am I now wounded?
Yeah. I'm sorry. You're injured. -4 to D20 rolls is injured. Lala, were you already at injured?
I think so.
Okay. It's fun if you're wounded, so let's say you're wounded. Remember, that gives you disadvantage to D20 rolls.
Okay.
But for you, it might do something else. I want to
it
read up
does.
what it actually does for you because you.
For me, when I have marked that I'm wounded, I get a +3 bonus to all attack and damage rolls until the end of the scene or until I recover from that condition.
And that's +3 in addition to the already, attack bonus that you have, which I think like for your
Yeah.
energy blast is +7. So
she comes back.
she comes back. Okay.
All right.
Great. And guess whose turn it is now? It's yours, Lala.
Let's go,
Yeah, we see-
Lala.
Lala just got hit by Parasite and then this blast from Breakwater. She like blasts back into a wall. The wall like crumbles and we see like her stand back up. Her braided pigtails are like all messed up, really wonky. And she just looks up and we just see her green eyes glow brighter. And she is going to just run towards Parasite and do an energy blast. And now she's like got a second wind with her wounded condition.
Okay, great. Give me that energy blast.
Let's see. Hopefully she hits because that would be cool. Oh, that is good. What is my bonus?
Remember, you're rolling
That
with
is-
disadvantage, but you get +10.
Oh, I still roll with disadvantage.
You still roll with disadvantage.
Oh,
well, wait. Let me make
stinky.
sure because that is interesting. That is interesting.
It's an interesting like double-edged sword. You get these bonuses.
Well, let's
but-
see. Let's see because it's
Okay.
it's interesting. So that's because you are what is called the enraged archetype. She's got enraged, and it says once per
Punished.
scene, when you mark wounded, you gain a bonus equal to your tier 1 +2, so 3 altogether, to your attack and damage rolls until the end of the scene or until you recover from that condition. Yeah, I'm sorry, it doesn't say to ignore the normal problem.
Okay.
So, yeah, you still roll with disadvantage. What did you get for me?
With the disadvantage, that's a 21.
That's a great roll, and that's a hit.
Pretty good.
Yay!
How much damage
Okay.
do you do?
So that is 11 and then plus 12, 13, 14.
14, guess what? He was already tired from getting blasted by the conduit. He goes from scratched, but you did over 10. So he goes ahead and he goes all the way down to injured. He's at -4.
All
Yes.
right.
Yeah, you see this bigger than any other plasma blast. She blasts him back, and she is relentless. She is going to attack again with her offhand. She's going to blast again with this disadvantage. Oh, but that was a 19.
Take the map.
And the map. Disadvantage
plus
and
5.
the map. So you're getting +5 to these rolls.
Yep. It's 14 to hit on the second
That's
one.
the highest you got?
Yeah.
That's a fail.
Wait,
Okay.
should it be 15 because you get +1 to your attack from being a year 1 hero?
I think that's already calculated into what
That's
I
already
wrote
baked
down
in.
for the
Baked
character.
in. Yeah. It's baked in.
Um,
Okay, so then final third action.
Yeah. You got any plot points?
This. Oh, I do have a plot point. I can auto succeed, right?
Would you like to auto succeed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
Come on, Lala.
Yeah, third blast. She's like exhausted. She's just like stumbling towards him. And one final one.
Give it
Let's
to me.
see.
Bump.
Oh,
Set.
okay.
Spike.
Spike.
What's the dance? The spike. That should be her catchphrase.
That should have been her catchphrase.
Should have been it.
What do you got?
Max. So that's a 6 plus a 6, 12, 13, 14, 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. That takes him through wounded to defeated. But you've used a plot
purple.
point.
Oh.
So please roll a d6 for me.
Oh. Okay. It's gotta be. It's either 3 or under.
A 1?
That's under the amount of plot points we've used.
Ooh. So
That
we get to
means-
roll the crisis table.
That means it's time to roll on the crisis
Oh,
table.
God.
And since
Oh, boy.
Lala activated it, I would like for Lala to roll a d20 for me.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Oh my god! I'm so
Oh,
excited.
I thought it was a 1. It's a 7?
A 7. Okay. Now, here's what happens.
Oh man.
You smash Parasite with your energy blast. And it's like a super hyper focused one. It's your rage all focused into one searing bolt of star fire. And it hits him. And it's like it knocks the guts out of him, but not the guts. It knocks all that energy that he's absorbed out of him, and you see it kind of like explode out of his mouth and out of his eyes and out of the tips of his fingers and explode out into Metropolis, blowing off the roof of the power substation out into Metropolis. And you have rolled number 7, Meta Crisis. Somehow the inhabitants of the area have gained metahuman powers. That is definitely going to be a problem. And then we cut to a final splash page of people all over Metropolis getting hit with this weird irradiated parasite energy, and their skin turning purple and their mouths getting really big, and suddenly an army of civilian parasites is running toward the power station. And if it was your JLU campaign, you could continue it the next time you play.
To be continued.
Because we're going to stop right there.
Oh, wow.
man.
And I love that we ended on a crisis
Crisis
roll.
point. Oh, that was awesome.
That's crazy.
Do you think we're going to get promoted out of probationary status?
I think you might, because you defeated Parasite.
That's a pretty big deal.
That's a Superman villain.
And you guys really saved a ton of people and were really good about that. And Leia had so many really smart moves to use, to kind of figure it all out. I mean, I thought this was a fantastic little playthrough.
Leia used
game.
6 keyboards. I think we're getting promoted. There was 6 keyboards happening.
Yeah.
So,
that was a blast. Guys, I want to thank
Jared.
you guys,
Well
Matthew Capodicasa,
awesome.
Mary Lou, and Sydney Amanuel. This game is called Justice League Unlimited, okay? It was written by Lucas Conti, Peterson Rodriguez, and Mark Waid had a hand in it as well. It's published by a company called D20 Culture. Go to GameFound and fund this game. It is going to be launching on July 21st. We are the Glass Cannon Network. We love playing and performing these games for you. Man, that was a fun 2 hours in the DC universe, everybody.
thank you, Jared.
Thanks, Jared.
You crushed it. That was so
Awesome.
much fun.
Oh,
Thank you, Jared.
guys. Yeah.
This was great.
This was awesome. I just want to keep
Nerd.
playing.
I do. I want to
Yeah.
find out what happens. Maybe we'll continue it sometime. I like the
this is
DCU, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd play again.
All right. I'll see you in the Watchtower. That's the Justice League headquarters.
Nice.
Okay, meet up in the Watchtower,
Meet in the
guys.
Watchtower.
Okay, in
We
the
gotta decide what to
Watchtower.
do about all these parasites.
Okay, great. To see you there.